We're not talking about the groups or whatever. The whole community of people who classify themselves as know thyself and conscious or whatever, know for a fact that these people are cowards. Now, we already put it on the record that this guy's an agent. It's already put on the record that he works for the U.S. democracy. We had the documented facts. Islam to my good brother that passed away, Brother Keru, who gave me all the information that I had when I was supposed to debate Ali Muhammad. He gave me all the information that I had on Ali Muhammad. He gave me his paperwork that said that he's a Moor, that he's part of Moorish Science Temple, Moorish Divine National Movement. He gave me all the cards that ISIS used throughout the years to show how they transition, but they continue to keep going to the Department of Justice for authority to do what it is that they do. We already put it on the record that this guy's an agent. And
with the 14th Amendment on the back.
14th Amendment, all that stuff. And people are still talking about posting his stuff or, you know what I mean? On top of that, European came out and told you that this guy's a fraud because he got degree from Temple University with stuff spelled wrong. And then when you go online and you check the Temple University degree, it's not spelled wrong. It's spelled right. So clearly, he made that Temple degree himself at his house. These are the frauds that people are, you know, and it's like we said with the other clowns that made the video. When individuals are coming up and they're on this think they know something because they've been studying for 2 days, and then something like this happens, and then they're shying away, and they're actually considering what these people are saying. Middle finger to all those people too who are backing these individuals under the guise of you're Moors. You're no different than them. Just the fact that people are sending me messages about, oh my God, did you see what Ali Muhammad said? And he has a Temple degree that he made at his house. Why are you even considering anything that he says? You guys forgot that he has a Temple degree that he made at his house? Trying to say that he has a degree? We're putting it on the record now that he physically abuses the mother of his children. That's a fact. You ask people who know Ali Muhammad, and anybody who sat there and watched that happen, they're a punk ass too, just like him. Not only that, there's stories about him driving on the highway in Philly, having shootouts with people. This is a conscious guy. It's facts. This is not slander that we're talking about. This is, you go to Philly and ask about Ali Muhammad, and people will tell you that he can't even do whatever it is that he's saying that he's doing because he's a fraud. And all these people are losing credibility. All these people are becoming unimportant. Why? Because people are starting to study and realize that the black stuff is dead, and you better have a nationality if you are making any claims out here. Or you'll end up like the people who haven't proclaimed or declared who they are. There's no Chinese people complaining about police brutality because they have a nationality. No Hindus, no Turks. The only people complaining, Negro, black, colored people. People classified as conscious. People classified as they know their self when they don't have an ounce of knowing themselves in them. Because if they knew their self, they wouldn't be pretending like Moors are the reason for stuff when negative happens. They wouldn't take a word that somebody says out of context. And again, people really need to consider that the conscious thing is, knowing thyself and all that. Yeah, you're supposed to, live a moral life and, be a better citizen and all that. Proclaim your nationality. You're supposed to live by a certain standard. But, don't get it twisted that because of that, we're just going to sit back. Don't think that because we have gone out of, quote unquote, the nigger industry, that, everything's just, we could just take advantage of Moors because, they're not going to do nothing because love is their first principle and they're going to be talking about love and all that stuff. Don't get too amped up and too hyped. Please don't get too amped up and hyped, because there's Moors out here who will take your head clean off. There's Moors out here who, when these Moors start talking about their BS, there's Moors who connect with me personally. Who connect with me personally and want to know, do you want us to go deal with this? Because we can go deal with this and it's done tomorrow. Mm-hmm. No BS. And we tell Moors humble themselves. We tell Moors chill. Remember, they don't know who these people are. But people know who they are because they're on YouTube, they're on Facebook, they're putting their face out there. They think that everything's honky-dory. Mm-hmm. But just like Noble Jawali said, I have detectives everywhere. Know that we have people everywhere. Don't think that this is some, in the dark because you never heard about it. Ain't nothing going on. There's Moors who are still part of that life. They're Moors. They know about their nationality and their birthrights and all that. But don't think that all Moors are about love first. Some Moors are about justice right now.
Mm-hmm. Say that.
Because Moors are fed up. Moors are tired of playing background. Moors are tired of humbling themselves to these people and their erroneous, libelous, fraudulent allegations.
Yeah.
There's Moors willing to do something. I'm telling you this. I'm putting it on the record that all these individuals who are playing this game about not respecting, not respecting nationality, not respecting Moorish nationality, because they don't go talk shit to Chinese people. They don't go talk shit to anybody else with a nationality. We're the only ones that they seem to have an issue with when nationality is presented. But they don't have an issue with anybody else. No other nationals. Do they make videos about telling Chinese people, don't be Chinese, call yourself yellow?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, never, ever, ever have you heard conscious guy disrespect a nationality other than Moors. The only nationality that they attack is Moorish nationality. That should let people know something. Because if nationality is what fraud is, then you should be going at all nationalities, not just Moors. But they know Chinese don't play that. Because Chinese will come take your freaking head if you talk shit about their nationality. Oh, you want to talk stuff about Sikhs and they shouldn't wear turbans and, they got their toilet paper wrapped around their head and stuff like that, like how you call people's fez bucket hat and all that stuff. Sikhs will deal with your case if you talk BS about their nationality and their culture. So we want people to know. All these people who are talking BS know that we're the ones pulling the reins. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's a promise. We're telling you that we're the ones pulling the reins. Keep your stuff going on, because eventually, it's going to get to the point where the pot has to boil over when it's covered.
Mm-hmm.
Keep playing. Because it's not, you know what I mean? Like this is, like, I look at Brother Miz as my brother or whatever, right? And for people to come out and talk this type of slander against his mom or whatever, like his mom who's put in work, his mom who's been on the same platform that these people been on, teaching and all that stuff, been in the same venues with these people, and they had nothing to say when they're around her.
Word.
Right?
Yeah.
One more point, that Ali Muhammad is not going to tell people that Grand Sheikh Nature taught him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to tell you that. He's not going to tell you that Grand Sheikh Nature and Taj and a few other Moors had to sit his ass down and tell him, you need to shut the fuck up right now because you don't know what you're talking about sovereignty, and you're in the Nation of Islam. Shut the hell up. That's why he left Nation of Islam and started his own ISIS BS. Why? Because Taj and Nature El Bey schooled him. And then now, you know what I mean? Everybody doesn't want to give honors to where they got their stuff from. You want to play like you're some head of something, when ISIS is a Greek goddamn rendition of a set. You're going to call yourself ISIS, which is Greek, and talk about it means some indigenous sovereign BS? Forget that stuff. These guys work for the colonists. Why do you think that they're not talking about the colonists? How come she's shot and they're bringing up RVB? They're not talking about the fact that the colonists murdered this lady.
Word.
They didn't even bring it up.
Yeah.
But they're going to try to talk about Moors are the reason why somebody got shot, and Moors are the reason why people got arrested, and RVB is the reason why because their website says whatever, and Taj says something, and, that's getting Moors arrested. Anybody following that stuff, middle finger for you too. You listening to them people. Because clearly we know that some people refuse to study. They want stuff handed to them. All those people want stuff handed to them, middle finger for you too, because you're supposed to be studying. You say this isn't, you know what I mean, like a cakewalk. This isn't, nobody out here teaches get your papers and then you're free. You don't have to fight. Nobody teaches go get your nationality card and then you're free. You don't have to fight. We tell people that the fight's going to be harder when you get your nationality because we're the threat to the B system. We're the threat to the B system. Forget QEP Newton Gun Club. Those are just niggers with guns that aren't going to do anything but stand there and pose. Never going to do anything, right? They're not going to claim the brother who shot the police because he said don't affiliate with me, nothing. So he was a lone ranger. So and they don't even talk about him. They don't even bring him up. They don't even try to say that he was down with the Black Power or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even try to jump on that bandwagon. Why? Because they're cowards. That's why. Because they're bitch-ass niggers, and their job is to make sure that the people have some type of warped perspective about what being a Moor is. And to be so confused in their mind and so confused with the atmosphere that the people say, you know what, forget this, I'm not even going to do nothing about Moors. I'm just going to stay being whatever it is that I am. And that's the reason.
Yep.
Because they work for the other side. We're not assuming. We're not speculating. We're telling you that they work for the other side.